Wow, it's coming up to 2 years, 2 full years since the last time I posted a video on this bike. I don't have an excuse. It's literally just been a little sideline, and now it's got a fresh coat of paint. Unfortunately, that is all it's got. So I guess the first clips you're going to see are going to be the respraying process. It's all resprayed in Montana, I think I used, with a 2K clear, 2 or 3 coats of that. Did a lot of prep work on this, a lot of sanding, filler primer, actual filler, to try and get it all perfect or as close to as possible. And it's not come out too bad. Now I know there's some of you that are wondering what has happened to the BSA, the 1935-ish BSA Clubman. Well, here it is. It's currently, obviously this yellow. It's in a filler primer. It is a right state. We'll probably go back a little bit to, the start, what it looked like. It's stripped down, relatively okay, and I've had it sandblasted. It revealed a lot more pitting than I realised, and when I was spraying it, well, I've noticed this section here. The frame, I believe, is ever so slightly bent. It's a straight edge, and as you can see, there's a gap, no gap, gap. So it looks as though, and judging by this section here, that's flat sanded back. The frame's slightly bent. It's a little disappointing. Wonder about that way. Yeah, it's a little disappointing. Also, the rust on the fork is incredible. Some bits of metal are missing from the fork, as in it almost looks like someone's just scooped a little section out, heavily pitted, but I'm trying to fix it up. I'll continue to spray it, get it looking nice, but whether it goes back into like a riding circulation, if that makes any sense, I don't know. With the bend here, with the amount of pitting on the fork, it might be one just for display, but I'm going to make it look as pretty as I can, especially the frame. The frame will be the best part of it, and then the rest of the parts I'll try and clean up. So yeah, unfortunately that's how it goes. When you get a little bit excited to buy something special, sometimes it just doesn't go as well as sometimes it just doesn't go as well as you thought. But yeah, that is definitely bent, definitely, and also the down tube as well. It's not as pronounced, it's more of a gentle bend in the down tube, but it is definitely bent too. Of course, that now leaves me with this lot to deal with. Seized hubs, rear and front. I've actually got a new crankset because the original one, the teeth aren't the worst I've seen, but they are definitely extremely worn. And yeah, there's a lot of cleaning to do. So I'm going to try and get a lot of that done today. I should be able to clean up this stem. The bars, possibly not. And where's the headset? Brake levers. We'll see. Oh yeah, crank cap. I've got to put that on. So we'll try and clean up as much as possible and get it on the bike and see where we go from there. Okay, I don't actually think this is going to take too much cleaning for the headset parts, although I don't have much polish left, and my landlord's got my key, so I can't leave the house at the moment. So this is just a brake and clutch cleaner, by the way. Well, there you go. It's not even really that thick, but just aggravating it with some thicker wire wool, some coarser wire wool. headset parts don't look too bad either. The cups, shall we say, are already pretty much integrated into the frame. Instead you use these runners to slat in, although that's the bearing race. This is the runner. That's one runner. That slats into the frame. The other runner is here. So they slot into the frame and contain the bearings. Would you believe this headset is potentially maths 85 years old? It's clean as a whistle. Yeah, not bad. Some very old grease in here, but at least it is grease, and there were 11 1/4" bearings. I replaced those, of course. Bit better. Now this is a black painted K-shifter rather than a brass one. I'm going to still try and give it a polish up. Thing is, I do have some similar, very similar, I can replace these with. I'm not sure if I said before, but the pedals, although beautiful, original BSA quill pedals, they're not moving. Not really such a problem. You can service them. The problem comes, let me zoom in, with this one. As you can see on this part here, and hopefully, you can just about see it as well. Right here, there is a crack. Now the axle spins on this one, but it's not the axle spinning, it's the whole centre section, the centre barrel, the end cap, the whole thing is spinning and it's loose in there because the cage is broken. It is cracked there, and it's obviously been used like this because well, the end cap's worn down. So this has been rotating in here while, yeah, well, it's been, I don't know how many miles, how many thousands of miles that must have taken to do that, or hundreds of miles, no idea. But this is the drive side one, right? Left side, oh no, it's the non-drive side. It's the non-drive side. Yeah, but I'm going to get them stripped down, and maybe I can repair it, just get a weld on there. I'll see when it's stripped down. Okay, forget the rims for a second. I've got new rims for it. 26 by 1 1/4. They're not branded or anything, but they are nice clean chrome, as long as I can find where I put them. The bars, however, are not nice clean chrome. This side is rough and very lumpy from all the rust that's gathering underneath. This side is worse. So, I mean, what I could do is take off, just try and grind off all the chrome, and then spray it, maybe. But yeah, it would be awkward, wouldn't it? They are beautiful bars though, really nice shape. I think they were the Marsh. Anyway, put those to the side. Hubs, horrible. I do have a spare set. What's this? This is a Sturmey Archer. Does it tell me? Oh, LB3. It's an LB3. I have here the BF9, so actually slightly different. But I do have a working set of hub brakes. The only downside is the rear is for derailleur, or actually fixed potentially as well, because it's got double threading on and they go in opposite directions. So I have this option, a fixed, that'd be interesting, fixed with hub brake, potential. But I want to try and get these done. I've never ever stripped down a set of Sturmey Archer hub brakes before. I know they're probably going to have asbestos pads in there, so I'm going to have to get a respirator from work probably. Just grab my one from there, a spare one, and try and get them apart. But for now I'm just going to try and clean up the exteriors so they're a bit more workable. The rear hub isn't actually seized. It's very sticky. It's not seized, which is a good thing. A little bit of soaking in of Vaporust actually. So yeah, we'll see how these turn out. I've obviously already tried to polish them before. Whoops. Okay, that was painted. Or was it? Why has all that come off? Well, I thought Vaporust was kind to paint. Apparently not. If you leave it soaking in there at least. Okay, well, I mean that's pretty much all the parts cleaned up. I've got the other stuff in the drawer. So, what is it? Like the crankset, bottom bracket, headset. That's pretty much it. Oh, stem. Yeah, that's all cleaned up. This is all cleaned up now. I do have to do a bit of spraying on the shifter. Probably some of these brackets and bolts as well. I'll spray up. But it's all clean, come out really clean. The frame is obviously all painted. I've just got to tackle the hubs now, and then I can get to rebuilding the wheels. But the hubs will come in a separate video. I want to tackle each one of those separately because I've got the drum brake front, which I've never done before, and I've got the K series drum brake rear, which I've never done a K series, and obviously just said I've never done a drum brake. So that'll be doubly hard, and then it can be assembled. Yeah, then we can get everything assembled and hopefully get it riding once again. So yeah, that's it. Sorry about the wait. 2 years was it? 2 years since last video. It's just one of those that got pushed to the side, and I'm glad I've got it back up and running now because the frame looks good. It's not perfect. I don't think anything I'll ever do is going to be perfect. I'll try, but lots of cleaning, polishing, and yeah, look out for the next episode. Thanks for sticking with it. Thanks for sticking with me, and I'll catch you in the next video.